your host Rishi, and we are gonna review the Weekend Ka Vaar. I think everybody has waited and watched Weekend Ka Vaar. It was fun because every other aspect was touched. For people who were fans, who were blind fans, they were, I think they might have got upset. But Salman Bhai did speak to so many contestants, did tell every other element. See, Salman Bhai spoke to Amal, Salman Bhai spoke to Nehal, Salman Bhai spoke to Bajaj, Salman Bhai spoke to Ashnur, Aves, uh, Praneeth, Neelam, like smaller or the bigger aspect, most of them were touched, and the ones who were not touched are not important here. It's simple. That's the logic behind doing a show. When we speak to certain people, they are the ones who are light or they're doing something, and the ones who are not spoken are the ones to be ignored. He even spoke to Tanya, and lot of elements were touched. But was he right in all aspect? That is one question. Salman Bhai had his flavor full on. I think he's in very good mood. I think he's in love or what. But Salman Bhai's Weekend Ka Vaar is going hit after hit because he's making right senses, right logic, right point, and he's putting people into places where they can't give a counter argument to Salman Bhai. And that's the fun part of Salman Bhai, right? When Salman Bhai hosts Weekend Ka Vaar like this, the show does 10x, 20x more audience or pulls more audience to watch this show. So let's do the review for episode 14, Weekend Ka Vaar, Salman Bhai. I think this time it was all about wake up time, and that's why there was coffee. That's why there was a coffee time. In Hindi, we normally say, I think, what do we say here in Hindi? We say like coffee bus kafi hai. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So let's start the review, guys. So yeah, let's talk about contestants that was spoken. First, the coffee was called for, and the coffee was given to Amal, Gaurav, Ashnur, Nagma, and Aves. So let's talk about these people, and then we'll talk about the three ladies. That's Kunika, Nehal, and Farhana. So let's talk about Amal. Amal is a fabulous contestant, and I think I saw it. I think Salman Bhai has also seen it. So I think that is why there is so many conversations that lead to him, where they are also pumping him up, making him also ready, and telling him things that are important for him to focus on the game. See, there were things like that was said, told to him that uh, it's like you have potentials, your one-liners were great. You can lead the entire team. Everybody is wanting you to lead. Front foot wala आदमी playback singing कर रहा है. Like things were said to him where he should get the end. Now, if he gets the end, great. If he doesn't get the end, it is his fault. But a lot of good things were said about Amal to Amal in an indirect way because Amal is a contestant who's currently sleeping. From the first week with his one-liners, he grabbed attention. But the second week, you can't only have one-liners, right? You have to have personality. And now it is time for Amal to bring up his personality because this is a 90-day show. If he's not going to be actively involved, he's not going to look, not going to be looked or not going to be seen. Or people are going to just ignore and forget him because people are going to pick audience. And this is the time when Amal has to bug up his sleeve, pull up his sleeves and get ready for the action. And that's why he was told, why have you come in this show? You have here to garner audience. You have come to show your personality to the audience. So do that. Sleeping on a show that is paying you so well and such a big audience, such a big show that the entire country watches. And Salman Khan is the host, and you're sleeping in that show during the main hours. Fights are happening, and you're sleeping. And that's why Amal was supposed to get tit for tat, and that was happened. He was told that he has a strong mind. He should just develop his actions, control his own language, remember his family, and perform and do his things. So indirectly we have come to know that koi nahi ja raha hai. Nobody is going home this week. I'm clear. Amalto is not going anyways. I've in my other reviews I did mention that no one is going home. So I think this is what it is. Nobody is actually going home. Okay. So let's come to after Amal, the coffee was given to Gaurav. Now Gaurav is a personality who is currently playing in such a game. I think everybody knows about the race between a rabbit and a tortoise, and rabbit is so confident he runs, then he thinks he's come such a far away that he goes, takes a nap, and eventually tortoise passes him and wins the race, and then he wakes up. Here, Gaurav is not the tortoise, he's the rabbit who's not running the race. He's planning it so much that the race has started and tortoise has finished the race, but Gaurav is not picked up. Gaurav is a leading face of a television. He has more content on TV than anybody, whether even Salman Bhai, more than Salman Bhai, he might have content on TV. He was a leading actor of a leading show. He's also one chef. Now he's in Bigg Boss for next 90 days. Then he'll do Khatron Ka Khiladi and then some many other reality shows he'll do. But for him being such a leading face, he should not be worried about being the leading face. But currently, he's the one who's not taking stand. Because see, first, he's not saying much. Second, he's not taking stand. And what they expect from the bigger celebrities is that Gaurav should be in a position to take stand, or at least see. You don't have to be part of the entire fight. You have to be part of that fight, like the cherry over the cake. The cake is important, but cherry placing is very important. So Gaurav can just say one line or few lines in a fight and set the fight apart, or say his point of view, which is very important. See, in most of the conversations, na, what is important is, when you, like as a viewer like us, we see the fights in multi angle. So your POVs are very important, and that is where Gaurav is lacking. See, he's been told he is dedicated. He's been told he has a drive. He's been told he has drive. He has spirit. He's intelligent man. He has good vocabulary. He is a one who can get into a fight without saying bad words, say a lot many things also. So all this is been told to him in confidence, which if he takes over it, like if he listens carefully, he knows where he's growing. So when he's been told all good things, he's been told that he needs to just bug up himself, not be over the top, not be overthinking, just play his game naturally, which he's not doing. Gaurav is not playing naturally till now. He's trying to, but the decide his last step when he is just has to walk few steps to reach the finish line. Like if it's a 10-kilometer race, I'm deciding how I'm gonna finish the race. But first I need to walk also. Now that is what Gaurav is missing. And I think if Gaurav bugs that up, he can do well. I think Gaurav has to have give his POV, which is lacking. I think because of him lacking, I think his audience is gonna be lost because I don't think someone who doesn't speak eventually maybe he's gonna speak after the third week or the fourth week, but eventually who's not speaking are gonna lose their audience because others are gonna pick more audience. That's what I think. I'm worried for Gaurav, but I think Gaurav is a known celebrity. He knows how he might have planned his way out to do things out here. Now let's talk about Aves, Nagma, and Ashnur because these are the other three people who were given coffee. Nagma was not even spoken one word here. I think Nagma, if gets nominated, will be out of this show. This is very clear. Nagma is going. I think after that, even Natalia can go. I think these two people can go for sure. Now I want to talk about Aves and Ashnur. I think Ashnur has started showing her gray side. This is what I am feeling. I'm no god. This is my perspective. Ashnur is the one who yesterday spoke and said very clearly that we should not talk or yell or speak out in public when we know our guy has done mistake. Ashnur, what strategy is this? Sir? This show is about having your opinion, and you are saying I want to give your opinion, but in private because he's my friend. No, this is not the show. If you're half of the house, you're gonna make the show. You'll not give your opinion in front of public. Then you're giving in side, and when that side opinion doesn't matter, you don't want to be in part of the fight, great. You want to be part of the fight when it is against about others. But when it is about your people, Ashnur, you're not going to fight about it. So I think Ashnur needs to bug up. She is showing, I think she might be the villain character in this season. I think I might be 100% wrong. Ashnur is pretty, I think 9 million followers, but she can be a villain this season. I don't know. Let's see. If people become bad to her, she becomes the queen. If otherwise, if she behaves how is going to behave, is what I feel. This is my understanding of people. I'm just saying. I can be 100% wrong, but I think Ashnur can be the villain of this season. I think. Let's see. I would be happy to be wrong, but I think this is my prediction now. Let's see. Now, Levin, I think then they spoke to Aves and they asked, Aves, do you remember what you have done this week that you think would have been shown on the television? And he said, his dance. Aves is such confidence about his dance. But Salman Bhai said very rightly. As a viewer of Bigg Boss, for us, Aves' dance is very good. But if Aves had done that dance on Dance India Dance show or some Super Champ or this any other dancing show, Dance India Dance, and what other shows, a Dance Plus or something, will Aves even win it? No. In that show, if he would have danced like this, he would have lost it. And in this show, he's dancing. It's good because he's not doing anything. So it's good that we at least see the dance. But there is music every day. These guys are not dancing. I don't know what is the problem. And Avis is confident in his dance. Arey, Avis, this show is about personality. We don't want to see your Tomka. We'll see the reels again and again. Reels are bound to stay. We want to see your personality. Who is Aves Darbar? Your father has come in this show. Your Bhabhi has come in this show. Bro, what are you gonna do? When are you gonna, like, you have also come in this show for what? I think it's waste of money to have 30 million followers and not even making most of it. Yeah, 30 million followers is 3 crore people, and having 3 crore people who's following you day in and out. I think always will be the person who should lose his followers, because if it is dance, I think there are bigger dancers who are much better dancers than him, but don't have such followers. And then when he has it, he's not making the most of it. Yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but always I'm just feeling very disinterested with Aves. I think he's also not going to survive longer. 30 million followers, I don't see him in the top 10, because 30 million followers and not in the top 10. I think he'll be like the other guy who had come now from the 007 boys, who came and within a week he was out in OTT. Chal, OTT to theek hai, but here Aves has a pleasing personality, but he needs to show his character, which is why he's lacking. Now let's talk about the few lines when Salman Bhai said, for Aves, present mein raho, not in future. Aves is in future, thinking about past, but not in present. And that is why his presence is lacking. And then they also said that, smell the coffee. I just hope it's not coffee for you, because if the audience feel it is coffee, then your exit is permanent. Okay, let's get to Konika ji. Now, Konika ji has left her. Now they wanted to talk to Konika because Konika's son has come. Now, because of Konika, they had to talk, they had to make the point, and that's why they made a point that Konika resigned. Now, Konika has got 11 votes, people supporting her, but when she wanted to resign, 11 people were not there around her. 11 people, if convincing her to be the captain, she would have stayed the captain. Why would she leave? So I felt very contradictory for people who raised their hands, because if you all wanted her to be captain, why did she leave? Because you all played for, most of the time they all played for Ashnur. Then they want Konika to be captain. And then they are saying, and when Konika ji left it, 11 people did not convince her. She got convinced by 4 5 people to not be the captain, but not 11 people convincing her to be the captain. How stupid this can be. And then Gaurav is saying that, like Salman Bhai said that Konika making Gaurav feel right. And then he asked Gaurav, what is your opinion? He's saying, his opinion is stuck. Gaurav is stuck in his head, yeah. Because Gaurav is saying this fact that Konika ji was captain for a week. I wanted Ashnu to be. Arey bro, this is second week. Basir has become now captain. First week there was no captain. Kunika was just trying to lead the house, because someone has to do that, right? Now when you have the card, someone has to put the key and start it, right? That is what Kunika ji was doing. Kunika ji was not the captain. By the time she started doing things rigorously, the show had his own captain, and then task captain, and Kunika became the captain. So Kunika ji was never a captain. So when, I don't know why Gaurav is stuck to the point that Ashnur can be a better captain. Ashnur can be a better captain. She will become. Why Konika ji is not being a captain? And for Bigg Boss, I tell you how Bigg Boss guys think. For Konika ji, it's very tough to become a captain. Now, because of Basi, she did become captain, and then they wanted Konika to lead the house and give her the drama. Because eventually, if she stays in this show longer, it will be very difficult for Konika ji to become captain, to do any task like this and become a captain. So this was the golden opportunity for even Bigg Boss to make her the captain and win it. But because Konika did not lead it, I don't think the entire season she can become a captain. She won't. Because to do the task and win the task is very hard, until unless people play for her like how Basir did. So yeah, for Konika ji, I want to say very clearly, you'll miss the golden bus, Konika ji, because Bigg Boss has planned things for you. And when he saw you became the captain, Bigg Boss was more than happy, because he knows now what drama you can give as a captain. This is the last time you can give, because the entire season you might not become a captain. But anyways, Konika ji, you had to do what you had to do. You resigned for 4 people, and you said a lot of people didn't support you. I agree to that fact. But then a lot of people raising hand and saying that they did support you was stupid. Uh, and I think I want to talk about your son, Ayan Lal. I think he is a handsome looking gentleman who was on the show. He wanted to pump you up. He did that. But I just don't agree with few of the points that he said. See, you might have done amazing things. I think every people, I think out of 100 billion people we are, I think 50 billion people or 80 billion people have stories of struggle. Everybody. So I think the next 15 contestants that is with you have their stories of struggle. So you have done what you have done. You have lived your life at your fullest. You have decided your path. And then he's saying that you did not get a lot of things. I'm telling you, Konika ji, when you could decide your partner, I'm telling you, more than 50 billion in India couldn't choose their partner to be with. You did what you did. And then your son saying that, I'm not trying to be against your son, but I just want to say that when Ayan says that she did not get what she wanted, she did get what she wanted. It didn't work out was the reason. But it is said in such a way that who she did not get. I'm telling you, 50 billion people. I think when she did a love story, when she was 17, 18, she said to her father she wants to marry a guy and she got married to him. I'm telling you, 50 billion people in India would have not been able to do that at her age. And there are so many people today also can't get married to the girl they like or get married to the man they like. So Konika ji did what they did. Then apart from that, she might have been a fabulous lawyer, but her points are not so strong in the house. Second, she might have done a lot for the Kinner community, but here she's not able to do for people. And you know, when you're on a show, like if I'm on a show and my watchman says to my mother, "Oh, your son is on the show," and we watch Bigg Boss, it doesn't mean that all the security team is supporting me. The same way, your milkman might be liking you, might be supporting you, your maid, your helpful staff would be liking you, but that doesn't mean the entire community is supporting for you. All the milk guys are supporting Konika ji. That is not at all true. So I think Ayan stories were a little vague. He did cry, Salman Bhai did cry, but I did not feel that. I did not feel that empathy. Well, I did not cry. So I just feel somewhere Ayan's piece was a little out of place. But this is my perspective. That's why I say, please, guys, watch. Guys, don't. No one will tell you all this, but I'm telling you now to make Konika look good is why this thing happened, and that's why this conversation happened. Which reviewer is telling you all this? Tell me, who is giving you such perspective? No one. So I'm just saying, you guys, please watch. Now let's come to Nihal. Say Nihal is a contestant, but the thing that she started looking bad to a lot many people because her target is Bajaj. Now, when I say target, because whenever things happen between her and Bajaj, Bajaj is on the wrong side, and she raises a lot of voice when it is Bajaj on the other end. Now, because she's doing this so often, so a lot of people are thinking that her target is Bajaj because you know what she like. That time when she says there's fire, and people check there's no fire. When there's fire, the next time she says, but there's no fire. The third time there will be fire, but when there will actually be fire and Nihal will say there is fire, but people will not believe, people will think this is always our pattern. So basis her pattern, people are thinking that she is not making sense conversation, she is senseless, but that's not true. I want to tell very clearly, in a sportsman spirit, you can't do a lot many things. That's why in sports there are rules. So when the task is about tying knot, you can't pick up a girl. When the task is about batting, I can't swing my bat and push it to the wicket keeper. I can't do all that. That's why there are rules. So I think that point of view when Salman Bhai said his sportsman spirit. See, yes, he should have been forgotten and the matter should have been forgiven and forgotten. After you discussed, you made your fuss, but you have to make your own fuss. Like Farhana talking about it makes sense. Still, you did for you, Nihal. It was a matter of very important to you, but a person who is done a person when has done a mistake. I'm tired saying, I am doing reviews after review, I'm so tired. When a person has done a mistake, he can only say sorry. What else he can do? At least you should have showed him the part to correct himself. Nehal, you should have listened to him, said, bro, you've done this wrong. The only way you can correct is by doing something or the other. But you are only yelling, saying things, and when you're doing that, Baja did not speak behind Farhana, so he started looking good. But he's absolutely no good. He's only shit because I didn't see any sense. Yeah, when you're tying, you have to tie. You have to push her from the chair. He pushed a girl from the chair. Why didn't he not push Zishan Bhai from the chair? Why did not he push Praneeth from the chair? Why didn't push Amar from the chair? Why he pushed Natalia? Why he picked you up? Bajaj is brainless child. Is just his hood. I think his things are stuck under the hood. I swear, if things were stuck under the hood, I would have pressed the hood. I would want it to be cut off. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I think somewhere Nihal is getting targeted because Bigg Boss is not liking her, and then it has been told to Salman. And Nihal's most of the point against Bajaj is so strong. This is why somewhere Bajaj might be getting sympathy, but Bajaj is not at all great. Nihal is good. Nihal has very valid points, and that's why Nihal was targeted for captaincy task also. Because Nihal did what she felt is right. This is a show of democracy, and in democracy, she is having perspective, she's having stand, she's doing things that is important. But when she's doing all these things, she's still getting targeted. Why you done this? So many people wanted her, like wanted the gym not to be taken. So many people clapped for Nihal when she did it. But When Salman Bhai said, no one stood. At least people should have been brave enough to say, Salman Bhai, I have stood to her side. I have this point of view, but no one said it because they are scared of Salman Bhai. I don't know, yaar. I don't. Matlab, when you say good to someone, at least stand to that good. Na? You have stood by her yesterday, but today when Salman Bhai is saying this is wrong, you are not standing by her. Wow. Let's come to then Tanya. Tanya was crying. Tanya was giving clean sheet. And Tanya's topic was removed at when it's like when you fight, why you would never say something that way to a girl. I'm saying that people say about boyfriends, people say about you being bitch, you be R or you fuck around with my boyfriend or this. People say everything. I don't know how come clean sheet was given to Tanya and it was said that Nihal is saying that your mouth smell is not the right way. I'm saying when the men fight, people call some other, like if I'm fighting with the other men and I don't have points, I will say, or I'm in aggression, I will say ganja, mota, re gadhe, these, that, I say everything. Arey baas aa rahi hai, dur nikal. In so many fights, people have said that baas aa rahi hai, dur nikal. नजदीक मत आ छू मत देख लूंगा ये कर लूंगा शो के बाद देख लूंगा people have gone to every fucking extent and then we have been told that Nihal saying that your mouth is smelling is wrong. I think people do say this and that is the natural way of living. I don't know where are we in this world where it is not true here, it's not natural. This is how it has been and this is how I have seen things happening. So I don't think anything was wrong, but Nihal was mounted to be shown in a darker picture. See, Nihal is not my favorite, but Nihal was made to see in a darker side. She is not. She is taking a stand very validly. Nihal's points are right, but because I think Bigg Boss and Salman I don't like her. Salman Bhai to nothing. He's been told that Nihal is wrong. That's why he's taking stand on that aspect, but there are multiple aspects to her which is right. But because people are not standing according to her, if on the same point of view with Nihal, if Gaurav, Amal, Basir, and three, four other people, Kunika ji would have stood by, Nihal would have stood right on the same matter. So, sometimes it is who is raising the matter is important. Sometimes it is like that. Because Nihal has raised the matter, that's why the matter is against Nihal going. If four main players, Amal, Gaurav, Basir, Konika ji would have raised the same point, this point would have importance. So I think Nihal, her bad luck is going on, but I think she has a personality here. So let's see, she at least has a better personality than maybe Natalia, Neelam, Aves, Nagma, Shnur, Bajaj for sure, yeah. But it is what it is. Now let's talk about Farhana. Farhana has been a piece of shit because she has said things like I've written it down here. She said things which I wouldn't want to hear and I wouldn't want to say, but I'll tell you what she said. She's gone on Awkash. She said Gatya person तेरा कलर देख ले she's been क्या तू चूजा है क्या लड़की फंसाता है खबर कबर खोदूंगी she'll dig your grave बी ग्रेट फिल्म एक्टर ब्लॉन्ड है चमचागिरी दो पैसे का औरत दो पैसे का कॉमेडियन दो पैसे का आदमी फुटेज dead what are so a lot of bullshit she has said but she was given an example that when you say दो what two paise like two pennies comedian or penny woman you can be thrown out of the house. There was one person in season 11 whose name is Zubair was thrown out of the house, but I don't know he was thrown out or was he eliminated. But yeah, he was thrown out of the house. But that was an example that was given to Farhana. But I think Farhana said more than that. Yeah, she said chamchagiri, blonde hair, footage, kabar kodungi, matlab घटिया and be great actor, C great, something like that. She said so many shit things there, and then she was given a warning. Then they removed Neelam ka mudda because they had to fry Farhana more, and then they told her very rightfully. Salman Bhai said, "You are a peace activist, but you are not talking about peace." Tanya is a spiritual influencer, but she doesn't talk about spirituality. I don't know what personality these are. Yeah. These guys call themselves something, but they are acting opposite of it. So I think this is what it is. Yeah, that's the review for today, guys. Bigg Boss has started. We have to go and watch the show. Thank you. Do like, love, and share and subscribe. If you do not like my opinion, please press the dislike button. Now there is a dislike button. Do that. Please share it amongst your friends and please share more love to all of us. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night. Let's watch Bigg Boss, and I will come back with the review shortly for tonight or maybe tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Bye.